Hello and welcome to Blender video tutorial number 21, and in this tutorial I'll be teaching you a little more on particle effects, probably getting into fire or smoke. Okay, so to start out with, I'm going to go ahead and move the two lamp and camera to another layer. Oh, and I made some modifications in Blender, so I put the red outline around everything. Hopefully it'll increase the visual. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete the default cube and add mesh plane, scale it up, S key, hit W, subdivide. Alright, so go ahead and go to your edit buttons, and down here, okay, let me tell you something real quick. When we want our particles, this is going to be our emitter. The particles are going to come out of this. If we're doing fire or smoke, we don't want the particles to come out in a straight line because it would look very unnatural and too organized. So to completely randomize the normals on the outside, go to your edit buttons. I'm going to zoom in so you can see this better. And in the mesh tools is a hash button. Just select that. Nothing will happen. You can't see anything unless you hit the draw normals. And it doesn't even look like anything happened here, but something went on, so don't worry about it. Okay, so go back to object mode. Now you're in object mode. Go to your object button, which are 3 arrows. It's called your object button, and then go to the particles, like the red symbol or the yellowish red, and where it says particles, add new. And this time we're not going to make it static. We're going to leave it the same, okay? We're going to add the amount up, though, to probably about 5,000. Okay, when we animate our particles, let me see. This is the time that the particles will start playing. So if you need the particles to start playing later on in the movie, then you would set this up. This is when it ends. You can set this further, I will, for this tutorial. 250, that's when the movie ends, or the default amount of frames that Blender does at a time. Okay, so anyways, here if you hit Alt A, you can see little little dots appear. So Alt A, you see the dots appear. These are our particles that are emitting. Okay, so we need these to come out and kind of wave out in a random area. To do this, go to your particles motion and hit random. Okay, hit your random key a few times and the normal at least once. Say like that. I'm not really sure what this is for. I just know to do this. So where it says seed, not speed, seed, hit that up about to 2. I don't know what that does. I just know it helps. Once again, like, I don't know everything, but anyways, hit Alt A, and now we can see that our particles are coming out. I want these to go a little bit higher and higher up. Alright, so I'm gonna go to random and select that up, and the normal. The normal kind of goes straight up, but it adds height, and the random just randomizes that height and the direction. So hit Alt A. Now you can see the particles go a little bit higher. Alright, exit. I'm going to scale it down just a little bit, too big. I don't want a huge fuzz, I just kind of want in this area. Okay, so now with your object selected, go to your materials buttons, and this is where the magic happens. Okay. Links and pipelines, add new, and turn it to where this object will be halo. Okay, and halo. Alright, I'm going to unselect this to show you something. Okay, a lot happens here. I have all this, and then hit select halo, and it goes away. Another thing that happens when you select halo is your shaders. All this changes. So watch here, go to halo, and now we have an entirely different setting here. And then our object changes. What the halos are going to do is make the particles little halos like this. But if we make them really fuzzy and where it looks like they're joining together and it's random, it'll look like fire. So to get this effect, go ahead and go to your shaders for your halo, make sure it's selected, and go to halo size and just scale that up. Look at your you can look at your preview over here. It would hurry up. Alright, not quite big enough. And set the hard value down. Okay, not too much. And now we have a nice fuzz. Alright, now we have a nice fuzz. I'm going to go back over here, and where it says add, I'm going to give some of this. I'm going to add to it. This will kind of give it a nice glow. And for the last part, make sure you have these settings. Don't worry about this. This won't affect unless you add something else. Go to Halo Text, which makes it Halo Texture. Don't do Halo Pun, and then hit X Alpha and Shaded. Alright, so here is our render preview. Hurry up. Oh, well, it's a piece of crap. Sorry, I've got a Dell. Anyways, turn where it says A right here. This is your alpha channel. Where under the 3 colors, bring down this. This will kind of make it a little more transparent. And this won't work unless you have the X alpha selected. Alright, so with these settings, just go ahead and make it this object a yellowish. I need a better yellow than that. Alright, so scroll down. Alright, so it looks the same up here. Now we've done the settings. Go to your textures button. Okay. And we're going to just add one color, add one texture. I'm going to add clouds. And we hadn't selected the halo text right here. This wouldn't work, so I have to have this. And hit clouds. I set this up to about 1. The noise size 1, and always put this noise depth to 6, or well, yeah, 6. Okay, and in the colors button, just add a whatever color you want. Try to make it contrast from about like this. Alright, so go ahead and bring your camera back. Go to the second layer here, select them M to move up. Okay, and go to your camera. I'm going to go ahead and put this in here. Okay, just G, bring it to here so that we can see this. Alright, 0. I'm going to change the world setting so we can see this fire effect better. Change it to something bright. Real blend paper. Give it a nice effect. Alright. 0. Alright, so let's go ahead and render F12. Alright, so make sure that you have your stuff is going to be going. I'm going to just move it up a few frames with the up arrow key so our emitter is already going. So go ahead and try to render it. Hopefully it won't take all day. Okay, here it is. Well, so I thought. Okay. You can play with the settings and change the textures, change the way it looks. You can set the halo size down. Just make sure you don't monk with it too much, or else it's not going to work. And make sure you have the where it says the shaded. Make sure you have that selected so that this can receive shading. It's just going so slow from capturing. Alright. Give it a little more time. Sorry, but you can go ahead and exit the tutorial. I'm just going to let this render out. For you people just getting into Blender, if you want to get into forums, the best forum for Blender, I think, is blenderartist.org. Okay, so try out that. You can get lost out there. So here's our fire. Well, it's not so much fire. I should have messed with it. Settings a little more, but there's your particles effect. See, very smooth, round fluff. Okay, hope you enjoyed. Use it for